Okay, how you doing? I'm going to do a little more of this while I was gone, well, while you were gone. I did a little more of under the eye and around here, so I'm pretty much working on this section here now. All right, I stepped out for a bit and I just got back with this coronavirus. It's like friggin' Jumanji out there, everybody going crazy. Water and gas and toilet paper. So I tried to make that a quick trip. Okay, anyway, let me zoom in a little bit here. This is the part that I'm working on right now. This section, where are we? Around and next to the eye. I'm trying to get the skin texture in here. And what I did was I use both, my mechanical pencil, which has a nice fine point, and my B pencil, all right, which is fairly dark, not too dark, but like if you see here, I'll go in and I'll create lines like the texture of the skin, the way the skin is, the lines in the skin are running with the face. Now, you can't, I mean, depending on the reference, you can see this, a real close up and clear shot. The one that I have, if you see, it's pretty clear. Let me come out a little bit. Where are you? See, it's pretty clear, but you can't really see all the lines in the skin. So, but I pretty much know how they run, like around the nose, and the rest of the face. But it's a process, a little at a time. I do the lines and try and do some of the pores even, like this. Like it's a little darker if you see here. Let me go back. If you see here, like here, and here, it's a little darker. So I try and get that value without just shading it like this with a pencil. What I'll do is I'll get the lines in there. It's got to be a little darker here. And then I blend it with either a Q-tip or a blending stump. I'll show you with this. Okay, it's got a nice sharp point on it. Very lightly. You don't want to make the lines disappear completely. You want them to stay visible. This is a good portion of the sketch to show you. You want them still to be visible because after I'm going to go back in with my eraser, my Tombow eraser, which is a great tool. You can sharpen it to a fine, like flat blade-like surface. And I'm going to go in between. Let me zoom in a little bit so maybe you can see what I'm doing here a little better. I'm going to try and go in between each line and just take out a little bit to give it like that effect. Like make it pop, like give it like a 3D effect. It may be hard to see the difference in the video, but when you look at the portrait, you'll be able to see it. You don't want it to look like a cartoon. You know, the most important part in getting the realism is each detail. All right, so I'll go in like that. And then very lightly, like this, and that part's almost done. If you see here, I didn't do that because the original, hopefully you can see it. I don't want to move this too much. Yeah. The original, like here, there are no lines really. It's back. It's back further. So you don't see the lines. You just see like the value, the shading. So I didn't put no lines in there. I just shaded in. Okay. And what I notice is as I'm going along, I'll see some other inconsistencies and I'll try and get it. Like here, it's a little darker here than mine is. Okay. So I'll just, like I said, depending on the portrait, like this is a pretty good, it's a pretty good picture. So I can see the details. So I'll use this to go in there because it's very good for detailed work. Like I'll come up here a little bit, put some wrinkles here, some lines here, so it makes it darker. This comes down a little bit here. And then I'll blend it. I'll blend it out. But it's like this section here, I'll do a little more, then I'll go back, then I'll do a little more, and I'll go back. But pretty much I'm going to just be working on this for quite a while just to try and get it. Two things, to try and get it like the original and as realistic looking as possible. You can't rush, you know, this. It takes time. So if you are attempting this at home or whatever, don't expect to rush through something like this because it's very time consuming to get it right. You know, go over it and look back and blend and erase. But you get there. And once, I notice it myself, once it starts, you get a little more inspiration once it looks like it's coming along. You know, like you say, wow, you know, it's looking good. It's starting to look real and starting to take form. All right, that's all I'm going to do for now. I'll check back again with you guys. Hope you're watching. Again, I'm on Instagram. I also have a YouTube channel that I just started, Paul Claro Art. There's not much up there yet, but I'm going to be adding more. All right. Stay safe. Thanks.